By April 2026, the South Asian theater has transitioned into a landscape of total unmanned integration. The traditional reliance on nuclear posturing and static artillery has been superseded by a hyper-technical war of attrition in the aerial domain. We are no longer observing drones as mere reconnaissance tools. They have become the primary nodes of the modern kill chain. While India seeks qualitative supremacy through high-end westernized platforms, Pakistan has embraced the doctrine of the adaptive swarmer, utilizing low-cost saturation to neutralize technological advantages. This is not just a change in hardware, it is a fundamental shift in the logic of regional conflict. India has solidified its position as a surveillance titan, anchored by the acquisition of the MQ-9B Sky-Sea Guardian and the development of the indigenous Tapas BH-201. These platforms provide a persistent, high-altitude umbrella that grants India a near-total visual of the border regions. However, this reliance on expensive, high-performance assets creates a high-value target dilemma. Each lost platform represents a significant industrial and financial setback, forcing India to deploy sophisticated yet costly electronic warfare suites and Indrajal autonomous defense nets to protect its aerial eyes from asymmetric disruption.
In direct contrast, Pakistan has evolved into a master of modularity and cost efficiency. Leveraging partnerships with China and Turkey, alongside the success of the indigenous GIDS Shahpar-III, Pakistan has built a fleet designed for mass and expendability. The Shahpar-III now stands as a direct rival to the Reaper class, offering a 3,000-kilometer range and a 40-hour endurance at a fraction of the cost. Pakistan's strategy is clear: saturate the battle space with enough targets to overwhelm India's sophisticated sensors, turning a high-tech engagement into a grueling war of numbers.
The emergence of Pakistan's Mudamir-LR loitering munitions has introduced a critical economic imbalance. These Shahed-style long-range drones are designed to be produced at scale, forcing India to expend high-cost interceptors to defend its infrastructure. This cost-per-kill crisis means that even a successful interception can be a strategic loss if the cost of the missile exceeds the cost of the drone by a factor of 10. India's defense architecture is now being tested not by the quality of the incoming threat, but by its sheer volume and economic sustainability. In the freezing reaches of Ladakh and Siachen, the war has become personal and granular. Both nations have deployed specialized FPV kamikaze drones capable of operating in sub-zero temperatures and thin air. These small, maneuverable mosquito drones are being used to decapitate logistics lines and destroy remote outposts without the need for infantry exposure. India's startups have pushed the envelope in thermal resistance, but Pakistan's ability to mass-produce these systems ensures that the FPV frontier remains a volatile zone of constant low-level attrition. To counter the swarming threat, India has accelerated the deployment of the Indrajal system, an AI-driven wide-area anti-drone canopy. This system aims to detect and neutralize swarms of up to 1,000 drones simultaneously through a combination of soft-kill jamming and hard-kill kinetic intercepts. However, Pakistan has countered with localized electronic countermeasures and autonomous navigation that reduces reliance on GPS. The result is a silent, invisible battle of signals, where the winner is determined by who can maintain a stable data link in a highly jammed environment.
A technical audit of industrial capacity suggests a stark divide in sustainability. India's ecosystem is robust, but faces challenges in scaling high-end production during a prolonged conflict due to complex subsystem dependencies. Pakistan, conversely, has optimized its supply chain for good enough technology that can be churned out of factories at a rapid pace. In a high-intensity conflict exceeding 30 days, the advantage shifts to the side that can replenish its losses the fastest. The war of 2026 is a race between India's technical precision and Pakistan's industrial endurance.
The ultimate lesson of this drone-led era is the vulnerability of the logistics tail. Both nations have shifted their focus toward logistics decapitation, using long-range UCAVs and stealth assets like India's Ladakh to strike fuel depots, ammunition dumps, and command nodes far behind the front lines. Without a secure rear, even the most advanced frontline force will collapse. The 2026 conflict is no longer a battle for territory, but a surgical struggle to starve the enemy of the means to fight, conducted by silent machines that never sleep and never tire.